You have two crisp pants, yo.
You got crispy ass pants, motherfucker.
I'll be cooking.
I like those pants. You
Yeah.
look like you're in the military in the 1940s.
Yeah, where you get those boots?
Yeah, man. Shoot, I'll serve the Atticus.
89.
Oh, no.
That was my joke. I was gonna make that joke. I made that joke earlier. 89 walked into my room earlier. He was like, "Yo, we out soon?" And I was like, "What you wearing? You look stupid." I was like, "You look dumb. What the fuck? What you wearing?" And Kira was like, "Your pants are so high waisted. I think it looks cool." I'm like, "He look dumb." He's like, "What you talking? You
They're
look
too
cool
crisp.
though. You look cool." I just want to make fun of you on the podcast, but you look cool.
Thank you.
Where'd you get them boots?
I got these boots at Macy's.
Ooh.
Macy's in New York.
We'll take
down
a
at
quick
Herald Square.
pic of his boots for the pod.
Yeah, yo, get a good glimpse of them
Oh
boots.
no! Don't get the yo. They keep the socks out of it.
Nah, the socks look good,
Do
bro.
not know.
Socks are part of the outfit, my
I
friend.
am wearing
Do you guys-
non-dress socks.
Do you
with these
guys
pants.
do you guys care about your sock situation when it comes to shoes?
Depends.
Because I'm wearing gray socks with these sneakers, and I feel like I shouldn't be wearing gray socks with these sneakers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I hate anything not black. I never wear not black socks.
I don't do
Black socks?
Yeah, black socks
if,
always.
If it's branded socks, like I don't really want to. I don't like wearing Nike socks with like Adidas,
That's cute.
or I don't want to wear Adidas socks with Nikes.
Oh, you don't do the cross brand pollination?
I try not to. Like,
Yeah,
that's
so-
only like if it's a non-summer spring. Like if you're wearing long pants, you could cover that shit.
So you're not wearing
you
like
can make it work. But if you're going out there and you got shorts on and you clearly got a swoosh on your foot, but on like right above your ankle, you got 3 stripes.
Man, who fucking cares?
That's
bro?
a-
Yo,
it's
so
like
how
it's
many
a-
pairs of Hanes shoes you got?
Yeah,
How
bro,
many
so
Fruit of
imagine-
Loom shoes
How
you
many
got?
Fruit of Loom shoes you got, bitch?
I got my Fruit of Loom sandals.
You got your Fruit of Loom
Hell
sandals?
yeah, I got my Fruit of Loom sandals.
Shoot, they were sold out when I tried
They
to
got a
get
little
them.
grape on them. It's fire.
Yo, I feel like I don't care if I'm wearing like Adidas sweatpants and like some Air Force Ones. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, my greatest sock moment. I had some N1 socks on.
It's the
and I was-
greatest sock moment.
It's greatest sock moment.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
it works with the brand. I had N1 socks on.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're playing beer pong against Casey. I was like, "Yo, Casey," took my shoe off. What my socks say? He was like, "What?" He looked at it and made the shot right after.
And one,
Look.
bitch. Boom.
Ooh, sock story, sock
And then
story.
hella
Sock story.
bitches came out and started like juggling basketballs and shit. I was like, "Yo, Cam, that's crazy. I don't know how you set this shit up."
Yeah,
not
man.
fair.
Sponsored.
Sponsored by N1.
N1.
Cam said he was coming with
Socks.
a scary story. He gave no warning or preface of a sock story. I
Yeah.
have no sock stories ready.
It was the sock story. I didn't know
Oh,
about
the sock story is the scary story.
Yeah, that was a scary story. Before we
Nice.
get to the spooks, though, guys, happy 10th episode, boys.
Yay!
Yay.
Hell yeah!
X.
We did it.
Yo.
Episode X?
Yes.
Episode X.
Episode X.
Thumbnail. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yo, thanks for checking us out. For one, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Please do.
We're gonna start yelling at you guys to make sure that you comment and subscribe early, so that you do it earlier
Hell yeah.
than later.
Comment. I'm subscribing and commenting now, comma early.
Listen to that man.
Right, we don't want
Exclamation
you to-
point! Exclamation point! Question mark!
Question mark,
Exclamation point!
Yep.
Comma
There you
early.
go.
Like, we'd rather give you the answer early than have you conflicted throughout the episode on whether or not you should subscribe or like.
Right. We don't really want to leave it up to you guys. We want you guys to just do it now. Now.
Before you forget.
Oh, that's a scary face. This is an anime face.
Yeah, it was a I can make a spooky face.
Oh, you guys with the spooky face.
It's not as bad.
kinda happy.
here in
Oh,
real.
it's kind of like it's a happy face.
Yeah, I was like,
In
you're
real
just
life.
smiling.
Oh wait, let's look at
89, you
89's.
just look. Hold on.
it's not switching. There it is.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like this at all. Well, it's still spooky October, guys.
It is.
We still
The
have
month of
some.
Halloween.
Yeah, we still got some Halloween left, even though
We're blazing through this month.
yeah, it's a spooky month for like different reasons, because like we're on the brink of like the end of the world.
spooky
So
year.
it's not like spooky,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
more than scary. But have you guys done any spooky Halloween things at all? Not really, right? Fuck.
This is around the time of year where I realize I haven't, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh yeah,
This
I
remi-
was going shopping for my costume a little bit earlier, and Kira was like, "Yo, it's the 19th," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I still need to buy mine.
fuck!" I'm like, "There's 10 days and 11 days
I need
until
to buy
Halloween."
mine to wear it
Yeah,
for a
dude.
few hours and then forget
Yeah,
about it.
just dude, that's me. I spent like $40 on
This
it for no
reminds me of
reason.
when Chris Christie canceled Halloween for New Jersey, and everyone's like, "You can't cancel
Yo.
Halloween."
Did
Yeah.
it? Was it canceled?
Yeah, he straight up canceled it.
Like
yeah,
we didn't have Halloween.
like you were not supposed to have Halloween.
Yeah, I
like
remember
it
that.
was canceled.
Was this in 2012?
that was Sandy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was one of the hurricanes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2011 or 2012. I don't remember yet.
Yeah, I remember I was out riding with a friend, and we're just like going through Milton or something like that. I'm like, Oh my God, it's Halloween day. Like, what? I thought it was just a normal ass day right now.
Didn't it snow for that one?
Halloween.
Not
Yeah.
that
I feel
one.
like it
I
definitely
think
snowed
it
on
was.
Halloween.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It was
the
that one,
same,
right?
very same,
2012?
the very same one.
Yeah, because it snowed that freaking October.
I
Damn,
believe it.
that was crazy. You guys have a favorite Halloween? One that sticks out in your mind? A costume that sticks out in your mind from like back in the day or some shit?
Well, costume-wise, the Heisenberg from last year was pretty sweet.
That was a really good one. Maybe you could put a picture up of you as Heisenberg from last year if you have one.
When I was
Yeah.
little, I had a Batman with like the fake muscles, and it was like Batman from the animated
Classic.
series. It was a really good one though.
I will be honest with you. My parents usually hooked it up for the costumes. You know, I was like a Mortal Kombat ninja for like 5 years, or like some sort of like Power Ranger or some shit for hella years. But they never sprung for the muscle costumes.
Oh
at Party
yeah,
City.
I got it. I think I was like 7 or 6.
Yeah, if I was like Batman or like something or the White Ranger, I was just the one with my build. I wasn't like
Yeah.
fake muscle man.
One year I had Spider-Man full in costume, and I also had the web shooters from the toy, so that was a cool year too. But the Spider-Man costume wasn't as good. I remember the Batman one being like on point, and that was like probably my best like one.
89. What were some of your costumes?
My dad was one of those dads where, like, if you would ask to, like, instead of me saying, "Hey, yo, let's go to Burger King and get burgers," he will respond, "Yo, I can make burgers right now."
We got meat in the fridge.
So for me, I was like, "Oh, yo, Dad, I want to be Mortal Kombat. I want to be a ninja." And my dad's
I'll
like, "Yo,
make
I
you
could." Yes.
I'll make you a ninja, damn it.
Because my dad went to school for design. He did women's wear and everything, so he kind of was experienced with.
I was about to say your dad's
doing
the
that
one to
stuff.
do that.
Yeah, so he made me this cool, like, I had like a little leather piece that went over like my regular ninja
that's
gear.
fire. You gotta try and
he,
find
like,
us a picture of
embroidered
that.
it. Like he like put other fabrics on it. It was real dope.
It was a Power Ranger or a ninja?
It was a ninja.
That's dope.
So everyone else had their Sub-Zeros, their Scorpions.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yo, which ninja are you?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm a rare ninja. I'm
Were
a
you ever
one-of-a-kind
a
ninja."
Party City costume?
I don't think my dad ever settled, because when it came down to costumes, like, because my dad always wanted to kind of dress me up, but my mom wasn't kind of like, yo, my mom would take me to JCPenney's like back in the day and shit.
I feel that.
But like this was the one time that my dad was like, yo, I gotta flex for my boy.
I feel that.
My mom hit me and my brother and both of our girlfriends with hella baby pics
Let's
in
go.
the group chat, and I
Hell
got
yeah.
one. I got one of me as Tigger and Jim as
Oh,
Big Bird.
Oh my God, that's
nice.
fucking.
Oh, that's
perfect,
pretty
dude.
good one.
Yo, it's so funny because for boys,
Yeah, it's a big swag.
for boys, there's like a 3-year cutoff before you're like 3 or 4 years old, where parents can still dress you in like cute ass
I don't
costumes
know,
and shit.
man.
But right about like 4 or 5, I'm like,
It ends.
hey, yo, mom, I want to be Scorpion.
So
I want to be Sub-Zero.
I just noticed Jim went yellow face for this costume.
Oh damn,
man.
dude.
My brother's canceled.
the birds.
Cancel Jim Barwick. Yo, he's out of here, bro.
Harry's
Get him
ain't
the
gonna
fuck
like
out of
that.
here,
That'll
bro.
be one of several episode name potentials. Episode X or cancel Jim Barwick.
You can't be out here doing that avian appropriation. You
Yo,
feel me, dog?
that brings up a good point, bro. Let's think back to like middle school and high school. Some of the costumes we saw walk through the aisles.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
They were fucked up. They would not fly these days at all. People would come in like, not blackface, but like any other face.
Yeah, almost.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, dude.
Like,
There
whoa.
were definitely
Any
faces.
indigenous person.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
like
dude.
you
the
were not.
Indian, the Native Americans.
As a total sidebar, can we talk about how crazy boys went whenever they were like, I'm going to be a girl for Halloween? So like for Spirit Week, when it was just like, dress as the other sex. Girls went like kind of hard. Hood ass boys would be like, I'm going to put pillows in my ass and wear like a
Oh, yeah.
dress and heels. I'm like, nigga, you ain't have to do all
Nah,
that,
yo,
bro.
That's my mommy's dress.
Nah, yo, but then you look at the freaking crazy ass perception within like plastic surgeries, like the extreme plastic surgeries, that like what dude likes this? The dude that was stuffing like basketballs up his shirt.
Yeah, that's what he
because that was the
thinks girls
idea of a
look like.
woman to him.
That's funny as hell. That's a fucking good one. I have like this problem with Halloween costumes where I want to look cool. Like I
Yeah.
care more about looking cool than being spooky or funny.
Really?
There's
I
some
think
people
at this
who
point, I want
there's
to be
some
cool.
people who wear like a hot dog costume, which is cool.
I did that.
You Cam literally
I
did,
did
but I don't know if
Deadpool
I
hot
would
dog.
do that. But you did Deadpool hot dog.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's
Oh, that's
fucking
nice.
cool.
I was also on shrooms, so that was a
That's
fucking.
a whole nother.
was,
Yeah.
was that the Two Heads party?
Yeah, that shit was nuts.
I don't even remember. Oh, I was Spider-Man. That's the year I wore a
Yeah.
Spider-Man mask all the time. I just wore it all the time and took pictures in it all the time. We'd be hanging out in Cameron's room back on Forbes, and I would just put on a Spider-Man mask for some time. It made me feel good.
That is a good thing, dude.
It was a good mask.
It was,
Spider-
it was,
Spider-Man's
it was a
good.
good
We had
mask.
the Deadpool and the Spider one. They were both pretty realistic.
They were good masks.
You put those masks on, you could become those people pretty easily.
But I would have this problem where like I would try to hit the blunt through the Spider-Man
yeah.
mask because like
cool.
pictures and shit, and then you just get like this res build up right.
Oh
in your
yeah,
mouth, and
like
I'm
his fucking
oh,
dogfish thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
dogfish.
dude.
Yeah, the neck gator. Yeah, good point. Well, have you guys figured out what the fuck you're gonna be
Hell
for
no.
this year?
Finally, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh what?
Yeah.
What are you gonna be?
Jenna brought it on. I think I might have came up with the idea real quick, but then she solidified it. She was like, "I do like it. It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be hilarious."
I think it's a good one too.
We're gonna be Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World.
Oh
yeah. So
hell
she'll be
yeah.
Wayne and I'll be Garth, and it's gonna be fucking great.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
That
so
is
funny.
sweet, dude.
Do you know how you're gonna construct the costume yet? Or
Yeah, I already found like the prop things online to buy
oh,
real
nice.
quick.
Are you gonna wear the Wayne's World T-shirt?
Yeah. Well, I'll just get like the blue flannel, whatever, and
Nice.
then I think I'm just gonna buy her the AC/DC shirt for.
Yo, if you need some glasses, I got the old glasses with no
Oh yeah,
lenses
either
in
that
them.
or we'll buy the glasses, and I'm gonna ask her if she wants to buy a wig, or she'll blow out her hair, and I'll buy the wig for me.
Fire, bro.
And then bam.
Yeah,
and
we-
I already got drumsticks. So.
Yeah, we definitely got to show off those costumes after we.
I'll ask
fucking
Edgar
wear
for his cream fender.
them. Oh yeah, yo, it'll be fucking awesome. No stairway, all night.
No stairway, bro.
No,
Yo, bro.
Never no stairway.
No stairway.
All right. I think we went to the thrift store before we came to the podcast earlier, and I picked up some disgustingly fat bootcut jeans for my Juggalo costume. It looks hilarious. They look like they were sold in the year 2002 or 1992. I'm not sure. And then I picked up this XFL Outlaws jersey. I was trying to figure out what a fucking Juggalo looks like, but they're just like kind of like dirty white
I was about
rappers.
to say greasy.
You know what I mean? Just
Greasy.
like
They
You should
are
go-
fried chicken.
You should go
Yeah.
into the grease trap at the waiting room and just like take a bunch and just smack yourself with it.
listen, this is no slight to the Juggalos either. Y'all my people. I fuck with y'all. I mean, not literally. Like I'm not actually a Juggalo.
Confirmed he's a
but like
Juggalo.
for like 24 hours though, I'm gonna be a Juggalo. You know what I'm saying? So,
24.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna dress up as a Juggalo the whole
whole
30
day.
Like
hours.
at midnight, and then you go to
Yeah.
sleep, like
Yeah.
after you wake up.
I mean, apparently, Shaggy and the other dude, I forget the other guy's name. They wear or not even just them. I guess like a lot of the Juggalos.
I'm sure a lot of those.
they wear the
fans,
face paint all day, which is kind of cool.
especially at the festival and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you're going to the gathering, I feel like you're wearing like the paint all weekend.
And that's it, just the paint all
Yeah.
weekend.
You're just the paint
Just the
and no other clothes.
Because you've seen how those festivals go.
Yo, dude, I wish I could go to the gathering.
I would love to go there. It's so crazy. Harvard played at the gathering once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so.
So.
What is this gathering?
Oh, the
The
gathering of the
Gathering of the
Juggalos.
Juggalos?
That's
Oh
like
my
that's like
goodness.
their festival.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's like
Amazing.
It's incredible, dude. It's like
It's really-
imagine like you know how when you go to like Warped Tour, people would be like, "Yeah, we're the misfits." No, imagine the real misfits of the world, the real degenerates
Oh,
of
for
the
some
world.
reason I was thinking like the Misfits played at Warped Tour.
Like, yo.
Nah, the misfits are more likely to play at the gathering
I
of
was
the
about to
fucking
say they're
Juggalos.
definitely
bro.
more like.
But I mean, there's this hilarious video that they did years ago with Danny Brown, where Danny Brown was at the gathering of the Juggalos, and like he was kind of an outsider to the whole Juggalo culture. And by the end of the video, like they just embraced him with like the warmest reception ever. There's a funny ass Workaholics episode where they go to the gathering,
I didn't
right?
see, I didn't see that
nah,
one.
Drew, the gathering is it's outside of more than just the face painted people.
Oh,
like,
I know.
sure.
I watched
like freaking
documentaries on it,
It's
yeah.
like a way of
Rhymes
life,
has
man.
performed there.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
like a lot of major.
I know a
rappers.
lot about that.
Like
Hell
D6
yeah.
Mafia has been over there a number of times.
I fuck with the
Tequila
Juggalos.
got hit with bottles. She got it was bad for tequila.
Dude,
But-
I put on sipping. I put on sipping on some scissor last night by 3-6 Mafia,
Beautiful
and
song.
on the cover to the album, the first feature, because you know back in the day they would put featuring and then all the people who are featuring right underneath. The first one says featuring Insane Clown Posse. Like, bro, they have like I guess they have like this weird reputation now as being like like I don't know redneck rap or like white trash rap or something. But I think a lot of OGs in the rap game would be like ICP or some OGs.
Oh, yeah,
They've been around
absolutely.
since the fucking 90s.
Yeah, steadily too.
Regardless
You know what I
of
mean?
how you
Everyone knows them.
perceive them on a social level, those motherfuckers is pioneers.
For sure.
Everyone
Like, in
knows that
terms of-
imagery.
For sure.
Like
they
the way MF Doom is with the mask, those motherfuckers are within like their appearance, like just style alone.
they're the kiss of rap.
Yeah.
The kiss. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
like
thought that was like some like the kiss of rap.
Mwah,
Yeah.
The kiss of rap.
Yeah. The
Mwah.
kiss.
The chef's kiss of rap.
Yeah. The chef of kiss.
89, have you locked down a costume yet?
Absolutely not.
Come on, man.
Once again, I'll be going as a non-participant.
No, dude.
Nah, we're gonna kick you out the house.
I feel
Oh,
like
really? Jeez.
I feel like it's only right since 89 has been working on so much music this year that he's the last performer for the Halloween show. So you have to have a good costume. You're gonna be the main event, bro.
You could do a nice Frankenstein.
Damn, what can I do?
Yo,
yeah,
you
wait.
would make a good Frankenstein.
He would make
I would make a wonderful.
I think we're saying that because he's wearing like black and green
well, his
already
tattoos
right
on his
now.
wrist.
And you literally have the Frankenstein tats on your wrist.
I do.
Yo, what if you
Yeah.
like painted over them and even like darker ink? So
I
like,
am. Yeah, if I don't have those people in my collection.
dude, I'm painting my entire face for Halloween. We could paint some wrists
For
I'm
sure.
All right.
You already have like the wrist thing going
I
on
will
right
be
there.
Frankenstein, everyone.
Yeah,
Breaking news.
That's gonna be Frankenstein.
Wait, what about the mummy
Bugging.
idea? Why don't you just
I don't know.
join them?
I'm a.
Frankenstein mummy.
There's like-
Frankenstein's mummy.
There's like a setting amount of times that
Is Frankenstein a zombie?
No,
What?
he's a
Oh.
creature that was made.
We're gonna come back to that.
right,
Finish
because
your
he's
thought really
reanimated.
quick.
No, but yeah,
he's-
as you
I'm
may
thinking.
know, like fucking Imani refers to me as Frankenstein. Looking back on it, unfortunately, maybe once a week, and I tend to earn it.
I see that.
It's-
You are a Frankenstein.
'Cause you are a sloth.
You're more like Herman
What?
Munster.
You are a sloth.
yeah, I was thinking that very like a lot of shaking movements.
Yeah.
You
I
are
could
like
see
a
you like
monster.
kicking down a door and just like.
So maybe he is a zombie. That's zombie-like.
That is zombie. Well, Frankenstein
See-
learns to love,
Yeah, zombies
like
can't
wife
do
of
that.
Frankenstein. Right?
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Or
Right.
Frankenstein's
The zombie,
Bride of Frankenstein.
yeah, the zombie. The big thing was it was unconscious. Now we'll really get back into
Dr.
this.
Frankenstein.
Yo, come on,
Where
Halloween shit.
Frankenstein
Oh,
is a bunch of dead human body parts put together, but there is a brain, if I remember from the book. He does go get an.
I think he puts a brain in there. That's
Yeah.
how he wakes him up.
So it is.
and-
It is someone's brain, and like,
I feel like-
and the monster does fall in love. Yeah.
He comes alive with electricity, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like that's like putting like a current into a person.
Yeah, that's one of the,
Yeah,
like,
he's
the last
reanimated.
books I
He's
read.
literally reanimated.
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein.
All right, so Reed, we got to find out your costume, bro.
Had a
I mean, are you
Frankenstein.
Are you gonna do a joint costume with Imani? You think?
I don't know, because I feel like she's doing one with Aaron.
That makes sense. They're like
Yeah.
a dynamic duo for sure.
Yeah, I don't like.
Ah,
but-
we can never do anything.
I know. You know what that means? No. Halloween, happy Halloween. But I don't know. I was just thinking like I'd like for this to be the first year in a few years where I'm not like, oh, it's Halloween, and I just grab stuff from my closet. Like this will work. You know, 'cause I've done it a few
I
times.
don't like
I
when
was-
anyone does that.
I was
That's
thinking
why,
of doing that.
that's why I yelled at 89. I was like, come on, guys.
I was like,
There's-
I'm gonna be a Yankee baseball player.
I can't
Fuck
use
it.
that.
I
None of
literally
my
made.
robes.
Yo, we went to the thrift store, right? And I walk in, and the first thing I see is like some Jets jersey, and I go, "Man, Kira, you remember like being fucking younger and like being in school, and those kids would walk in with like a Devils jersey, and they'd be like, I'm a Devils fan.' And I'm like, that's not a costume. That's not a costume. They'd walk in with like a Yankee jersey on, and it'd be like, I'm the Yankees player.
See, I would get that.
it's not a fucking costume.
I would get some baseball pants. I would at least get that and get some eye paint with it.
All right, well that's pretty cool. You're,
Yeah.
you're an
Dude.
actual baseball player.
Yeah, that's what I'm
guys.
saying. I would get the. I'll
Yeah.
get the.
89 was gonna wear the fucking the emergency room gown
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
he's worn for like 50 videos, and he was gonna be a COVID patient.
Oh no, 89.
I was like, you can't do that, dude. I was like, what's wrong with you, bro?
I made it.
Canceled.
I
I
forget,
made it, baby.
I forget if we brought it up on the show,
I
but
made
like
it.
how I don't know if you guys have seen, we saw online like there's like a COVID-19 store at the mall, and like I didn't
Hell
even
yeah.
look inside. I'm like, no matter what it is,
I don't want anything to do with
it has
it.
a very poor taste, especially because it looked like COVID-19 and like Slime Time Live logo.
Get your
Gotta put that shit up.
COVID-19 now.
Right, I'm not gonna go in.
What do you think they sell in the COVID-19 store? Like sanitizers and masks
I'm
and
pretty
fucking
sure
Probably.
it's all in that.
Motivational posters.
Regeneron, which is the shit that they gave to fucking Trump, or
Oh no.
what's the other
That's
one?
over the counter.
Hydrochloronique or any of those things.
Regeneron sounds like what he
Hydrochloroquine.
becomes when the medication fucks up and becomes a supervillain.
Yeah, dude, it's so
Regeneron.
funny. Just as a complete sidebar, they gave Trump that Regeneron shit, and no one else has taken that medicine, and it's called Regeneron. Like, just what the fuck?
Yo,
Yeah,
we just see.
Transformers ass
What
shit.
the
By the
fuck?
time the like election's done,
Regeneron.
Trump is just like 6 times the size, breaking through the White House roof, and we're just like,
Bruh.
oh shit.
Yo,
They're
just
hiding
think
Trump from
about-
us because he's just growing little by little every day. He's right now he's 9 foot. He's breaking through the ceiling of
He's
the White.
thinking of joining the NBA right now.
Dude, thank God they made a
scary.
clone Trump to just walk around. That's the reason we saw him on the porch. It was a clone Trump learning how to breathe. Like, Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like base Trump is like in the Oval Office, horizontal, just growing,
Squished up in
radiating.
the room.
Oh,
Make it
no.
stop.
I gotta take him underground.
Yo, Reed, can you be the elastic man for Halloween? Or the elongated man, please?
I could do that. I need to stretch.
Yeah, please be a stretchy boy for Halloween.
I was thinking stretchy guy.
Oh no.
I know that's what's gonna happen. I got this whole costume, and Gigi's gonna be napping like you're a stretchy guy too, and I'm gonna nap through Halloween by accident.
Why don't you just be Gigi for Halloween?
That's
Be who-
kind of hilarious.
Be who you really want.
At some point,
Your cat.
I was thinking about it, but this is not the time. But I wouldn't hate trying to take the leap, dressing in drag, but it would be too cold.
You should do it, bro.
I might
Do
do
that
it.
shit.
How would you do it?
Do it.
Dress? Would you do pantsuit? Would you be like a powerful woman?
Oh
Would you be a
shit!
big-breasted woman?
You should be Hillary Clinton.
Probably
You should be Hillary Clinton for Halloween.
want to be Hillary
And
Clinton.
you should run for president.
Yo, I'm gonna make it.
Reed would be a
I
funny
wonder.
Trump for Halloween if he actually just like
Oh,
oranged up
God.
his skin
Wow.
and like put a wig on.
I don't think I've ever heard Reed's Trump impression.
I don't want to.
I don't think I have one. I can start now.
No.
I'm just remembering now. I think Iman and Aaron are gonna go as some combination of the duo from the Mighty Boosh.
Oh, is
I
that
think.
what they said? I think I remember Aaron saying something about that. Amani also said they were going to be something like yesterday, and I totally fucking forgot what it was.
Oh shit! No.
Damn.
You don't listen.
I'll try to
Damn.
sneak in. Like, can I get in a triplets costume deal? Let's
No,
be the
they're gonna-
Powerpuff Girls.
They're gonna be, I was gonna be Kira was gonna be Bubbles earlier this month, and I was gonna be I think it's Buster or Boomer, which is the blue
Oh,
Rowdy
yeah.
Rough boy, but Juggalos is just way
better. Yeah, you can do
So
so much with that, dude.
by so much. I pretty much just get to like dress like an asshole, and then I get to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Do you guys encapsulate the costume that you are on Halloween?
I like to a lot.
You know what I mean?
I think in bits and pieces. I wasn't very grim.
You weren't
Uh,
Heisenberg last
No,
year.
I once in a while I'd be like, ha, or like something like that. But for the most part, I think the most I did was doing I beer funneled, and I said everything I do for Walt Jr. Like that's.
Danny was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Jesus,
dude.
God.
He was accidentally like party Jesus.
Yeah.
Like
He was great.
I think he came as regular, Christ of Nazareth, but what he like turned up as Christ of like party
Yo,
bitch.
My
Yeah.
favorite is the video where it's just Karen and whoever has the camera. It's just like Tom's like, yeah, man, you better watch out for Danny because Karen was like the devil.
Oh yeah.
So you better
like-
watch out for Danny, and literally, like, you just hear the bathroom door open, and it pans right to Danny,
Right
just
to
coming out
Danny
as
as
Jesus, and it's just like, yo, what the fuck,
what the
bro?
fuck you talking about?
Oh yeah, I forget because I was just thinking of Kieran doing the devil thing. That was like one of those like teen drama like sexy looks. So, like he pulled it off handsome. He came in with the polo and some horns.
Yo,
Don't-
Reed
it's
just
still- no,
hits
it's still-
on different
It's still you,
man.
Cam. It's still
ones
you. I
of our
promise.
friends every week, bro.
Dude, Cameron sent me this
You
drone
just
link.
called Kieran sexy on the pod, bro.
He's a handsome guy.
Talk about it more.
I will kiss him. No lies, but I'm gonna see him soon because actually, what's it called?
Y'all got kiss time.
Paul, no. Paul hit me up about doing some stuff for the show too. I'm gonna bring out the horn for the Flick Liver set.
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I think right now, I mean, we're telling this to the people, but you guys can't come because COVID. We would love for you to come, but you just can't.
Friends
Uh,
and family.
Unless like we invited you,
Yeah,
particular
it's a,
person.
it's a friends and family show. I mean, I'm sure we'll film it, and you guys can see it that way.
That's a good idea.
Uh,
Maybe we'll put it on Twitch.
so we got, I'm performing, 89's performing, Flick Liver's performing, and Wishy Washy's performing.
Oh,
And
no,
if-
wishy washy.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, all 4 of those people are doing completely brand new music, right? You're doing pretty new music.
Yeah, do some new shit.
I don't think I performed any of the things I'm performing. I know Paul told me Wishy Washy's been recording, and Flick Liver's gonna do all new shit. I'm pretty sure.
Oh
too.
yeah, because Paul would know from like, yo, that's a great house, that wishy washy place.
Oh,
Dude.
dude, fuck
Oh
yeah! I
my
can
God.
imagine they're going in. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, like, kind of the whole point of it is just like to give people who like have wanted to perform for a while like a place to perform. Like, it might not be in front of too many people, but like
It'll be guilt-free way of being like, okay, let's just do it for us. Which
yeah,
is kinda
pretty
nice,
much.
yeah.
I mean, and with us, it's a lot of people already.
Oh god, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's yeah, and this is what we have from last year, which was a lot of people. We had 300 people at that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot we made that one print. It's a nice print, spooky print.
Well done,
That
go
shows other
high.
people.
Yeah, it's a little Tokyo, USA.
As you could tell from that image, there was a shit ton of people there.
Yeah, you can tell from that image. Just insert a clip of like
The actual
video,
party.
the Psych
Yeah.
TV.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just like look at all those people. Look at all those people in this clip here.
So many people in that clip. I know.
That was, oh god,
nuts.
that was crazy.
Cam, do you have any memories from the first Halloween party at Psych House?
Oh, the first one.
The one, because we've thrown bigger parties now, which is funny to even think about. But we did not know how to throw parties with that many people in it yet.
Like, yeah,
at all.
the first one, like, yo, we got like pretty much a 2-bedroom house, 2.5 bedroom.
Yeah,
if
for
you really
real,
think
two and a
about
half.
it.
Most.
Downstairs okay, but like, no way, max like amount of people we should be having in this house.
Nope.
Inside the house is like
30 if you're squeezing.
30. Downstairs would be like, it's a tight. It would look pretty packed.
Yeah.
So the first big party we threw there was Halloween when we first moved in, and we had over 200 people like in and out that house.
Yep.
Like, and I had like one of those prison clickers, so like we knew exactly how many people were in there. I stopped counting at like 222. I was like, fuck this. I was drunk as hell. Went up to Angel. I'm like, 222.
I'm done.
Like, I'm done.
Never forget
I'm like,
that shit.
fuck it.
Because Cam at some point right before was like, yo, I'm going to go around and start counting how many people with the clicker. And I was like, all right, bro, this is the part we've been talking about. Like, go click around. And I went up to him at one point. No, he came up to me. He was like, yo, I'm at 222 and I do not want to click anymore. I was like, 222 people in this fucking house in costume.
Yeah,
which was
like,
pretty
yo,
cool.
hella different costumes, packed to the brim, outside, inside. You could not move around.
Isn't it funny how undocumented that party is?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have like some photos and some videos
There's
from
some
that party,
video of
but-
like, because our fucking supporting beams in the house cracked from people
Yeah,
jumping in
fucking
the living
floors
room.
broke.
Because we had
Almost
music
off the floor.
inside.
That's when Kodak Blackest first came out, and was it like that? Fucking almost broke our floor, and
It
there
was
was
that, or it was
television.
no, it was Red Ops.
oh, it was Red Ops, bro.
21 Savage.
21 Savage, like literally the floor, like you just like okay. If you guys have ever seen, I mean, most of you guys were there, but if you guys have ever seen like any of those videos, like of those tragic events, like at a wedding or something, where like you just see the wave of people kind of go up and down, and then the floor like falls. We were just in the first part of that, and you could feel it, like the floor, which is supposed to be the thing you stand on, like turn into like a baby trampoline, and we're just like, I'm just standing at like this on the stairwell, like looking into the living room and being like, I just remember trying to catch Paul or Robbie or Cam or 89, anyone who lived at the house on some like, yo, this is definitely getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think I had to
right?
like jump over a couch and shut the like music off for a second, be like, all right, yo. And then like whoever made the announcement was
Yeah,
just
we
like,
were like,
yo, the
we gotta-
floor is breaking.
the floor is breaking.
You cannot do this here anymore. We suggest you just start to ease out a bit.
Bro, and then like you had to like fucking sardine through our house to get to the backyard. That was just another sardine pool of people.
But eventually the
just
fight that
outside.
broke out.
Oh, that fight was
Yo,
wild.
So I remember like, yo, I'm at like the bottom of the steps in the living room, and I just see, I think it was you and him going at it at like at the edge of the living room.
It was because of what? What's the context?
It was the man was looking for his coat.
Fucking Burberry jacket, bro.
he found that joke at that point. He made a big scene
No,
about
but I'm
it.
saying he was on everyone's bad side in the first place
Yeah.
because he bought a $1,500 Burberry jacket to a Halloween house party, a psyched Halloween house party. Like, why is that jacket inside of our house
Sat there, lost track of
at
it.
that night? So he lost track of it or whatever, and he was yelling at us because
No, he found the jacket. He made a scene. He lost the jacket early in the party, but he found it, and that was all good.
oh, okay,
The
word.
reason why he broke out the fight was because he got beef with what's his face from I don't know.
someone, yeah.
But like he had beef with whoever, and then that person thought it was Paul that was with him. So he hit Paul,
Right, yeah,
and then,
that's
right.
right.
But then I saw you scrapping up with the dude that was actually
Yeah.
calling beef, and then like you were kind of I literally jumped from the bottom of the steps to like the edge of the living room, and I just like hit him once real quick, and then you're like I see you with him because you and him were going at it, and I was like I threw him in the living room, and then everyone just starts like hitting him as we go in the
bro. He
kitchen,
just turned
and then
into, like,
pretty
a
much
dog
me and
pile.
him slam into like the fridge. The fridge goes a few
You
feet.
tossed him out the
Wait,
door, pretty much.
Yeah,
didn't
and then-
he cut somebody.
Oh yeah, that
so,
was
like,
that was before.
I slammed him in the fridge, and then it was wet everywhere on the floor. So me and him go sliding, and the fridge goes sliding like a few feet. And then after like slamming the fridge, I throw him, and it was funny because he saw it was me that was slamming it. It's like he knew. I saw it register in his eyes,
Yeah.
like oh, this is the owner of the
He
house
was like,
slamming me into his
"Damn,
fridge.
I'm
Like,
fucking up right
yeah,
now.
like this is like the person that, oh, dude.
Yeah. that was
So
pretty
then
funny.
I throw him, and then literally as I threw him to the doorway to the back, I was like, yo, push him out. Everyone starts beating the shit out of him.
Yo,
I was
Like they're kicking him,
I was like,
punching
fucking his
him.
coat up.
Yo.
I was like,
So then
fuck your Burberry
I
coat,
think
bro.
he had like a little
Bruh.
blade on him, and he like whipped it out to like
Yeah,
he was getting jumped.
he
So
sli-
I
he
mean,
sliced a homie
Yeah.
on accident on the wrist, but he's
a little
good.
bit. He was a little
Poor
cut, nothing serious. And then
Yeah.
and then you know,
He
unfortunately,
brought a knife to a 300-person fight.
yeah, and then unfortunately, the people that were cool with that were leaving with them were like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck's happening?"
They were like, "Our bad." We were like, "It's okay." That's
Shit
that's
happens.
the worst.
party foul.
That's the worst party foul that's ever happened in our
It was a
party,
great
though.
way to end the party.
Oh yeah,
It was like party's over, everyone get the fuck
everyone
out.
has to leave now. There was a fight. That's
And
kind
cops
of
were never called once, never even came down the street, nothing.
yeah. That was before the cops even started coming to the house at all. I
Yeah.
mean, the cops don't do anything when they come to our house now anyway. But in those parties, I don't know how the cops weren't coming. That happened at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I think the
That's
actual
so
fight
wild.
was like 1:30
You know what I
to 2.
mean?
I think everything was done at 2 a.m. and I think we had to clear house at like 2:30 or
Like
something.
2:30, we were just
Yeah.
sitting in the living room, like, "Yo, what the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, bro. And then we were checking out like the damages and
I
everything.
feel like Halloween parties have like an air of like, yo, shit could get crazy at this
Yeah.
party. Every Halloween party, not just ours, like any Halloween party you go to, because people are like in costumes. There's masks. Like October feels fucking like anything can happen in
And,
October.
you know, out
you know what I mean?
out here in Jersey, we got that mischief energy because we
Yo.
actually got a mischief night.
Mischief.
Yeah.
You guys know that Mischief Night is a regional thing, right?
it's only to north pretty
It's
much.
New Jersey and New York.
Yeah,
Like
and like up to Philly probably. That's
other
it.
Philly doesn't have it either.
Oh,
Yeah,
they,
no.
they might call it Goosey Night.
No.
Goosey night. That's
Goosey
right.
Night or Devil's Night, or there's another one. I forget what the
Goosey
other one
Night's
is.
funny as hell.
Or
I like- I
Halloween's
like
Eve or Hallows Eve or some shit.
Yeah,
Or
All Hallows Eve.
New Jersey, mainly New Jersey, and then a little bit in New York does Mischief Night, which just puts New Jersey into this light of like,
We're crazy.
Yeah,
Of
talk about
course.
the
What
Rocket
about,
Power Connect.
what
too. That's
about
cool.
Red October? That's only like Jersey in this area too,
that's
right?
New York too.
That's New York too,
the-
right?
Submarine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that
remember
was
that shit.
that shit used to be. It's not as
being-
bad anymore, but like when we were kids, that shit was pretty intense.
Being in middle
Yeah.
school or high school, and they were just like, "Hey, yo,
Be
go
careful.
home."
Yeah.
They were like, "Go home after school. Go home after school."
No eggs.
These gangs are doing
Yeah,
this
for
gang
those
shit.
that don't know, Red October it's a big gang initiation night where
Turn up,
on
baby.
Mischief
Oh, yeah.
Night, the
Yeah.
night before Halloween, gangs will have new members go after other gangs' new
I
members.
feel like I haven't heard about that shit in so long.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, no,
Not
because
here. I'm
gangs
sure.
ain't booming no more.
Yeah, gangs aren't lit, right?
Yeah, no,
They're-
because now it's like,
It's getting
yo,
weird.
I could be in a gang as a youth, or I could be getting money.
I could be a SoundCloud rapper or a
Like-
scammer.
like,
That's
yo,
honestly gonna say most of the kids that were want to be gangbangers are now want to be scammers.
Like I could be
Yeah.
a
Straight up.
streamer.
Yeah,
Like,
I could just be
stream.
on
I
Twitch.
don't need to be in your gang anymore.
Damn, that's mad
Like I'm
funny.
racking up playing Fortnite.
Did you guys ever go out on Mischief Night?
Hell yeah.
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 Hell
I don't
yeah.
know if I did so much actually.
No, that was
I
definitely
went
Mischief
TPing,
Night, yeah.
egging. I did
went,
all of
I
it.
went
What do you guys,
egging and
uh,
TPing like crazy.
What are your favorite Mischief Night memories? Any successes?
It was damn.
I liked egging
I
houses of
remember
neighbors we didn't
egging
like.
cars.
I
That's
loved
true.
hitting neighbors that we didn't like.
When I was a freshman, I went spray painting with Brandon, and
We'll beat that.
this is right after I left. This is right after I left, so technically I wasn't there for it. But you guys, it was like
You wasn't even there for it. You just straight snitched on the man that was there.
Yo, listen,
Jesus
I was
Christ.
with them and I dipped, and then the cops pulled up on them. It was the shed right by Greenfield. They were like spray painting it,
Oh.
and like I was
the
just
shed by boop.
yeah. I mean, fuck it, this shit happened so long ago.
Yeah.
I was just like, even then, I was just like, yo, this is a shed in the middle of an open field. We can't go like somewhere else. Like it's a giant field and then a shed in the middle of the field. And I'm like,
Yeah, no.
this is kind of hot boy, guys.
Greenfield's an easy spot to get like fish in a barrel too.
Oh, absolutely. Like, yeah, I think they just got pulled up on and the cops like put them in the trunk, but they were white, so they were
Yo,
fine.
my favorite thing is like you go egg a house or do some stupid shit to a house, and you're like literally running away, acting like the CIA is on you. You just robbed a bank.
Yeah,
like
like
in your
you
head.
just- dude,
You're like, oh, we gotta
for
cut here.
real,
We
yo.
gotta keep running. And realistically, you get caught. It's like you egg a house. All right, we're gonna tell you
All right, we're gonna
friends.
tell your fucking parents, let you deal with them. Let them deal with you, you fucking idiot.
And yo, that's like every time. Yo, my dad would like literally, if he didn't like a neighbor, he'd be like, yo, make sure you get this house.
Egg their fucking house.
Like it would be like that.
I mean, it wasn't Mischief Night, but alternatively, that one time we left fucking Brianna's house after that party. After getting mad fucked up, we like threw her birthday cake all over.
I wasn't part of the actual.
You weren't
that,
part of
but I've
that?
heard about that.
Dude, that shit was stupid as fuck. They fucking it was her birthday, and they took her cake and started throwing her cake at her neighbor's house. And then the next day, sorry Brianna if you're listening to this, I'm sure you know it was us because you asked us and we denied it. But come on. And she was like, yo, did you guys fucking steal my cake and throw it at my neighbor's house?
Oh, was
And-
that Juan that did that?
Yeah.
It totally was Juan. Yeah,
And we
you're
were
right.
like,
I do remember that
we
now.
were like, nah. They were like, well, she was like, well, I'm about to have to clean it off with like a hose. So if it wasn't you guys, then like, just letting you know that I have to do that.
I'm like, yo, just
And
get the
we sat there
hose.
and went, yeah, bro, it really sucks. So I hope you find out,
Oh,
I hope
no.
you find out whoever threw that cake at your neighbor's house. That sucks. Happy belated birthday, though. That was a lot of fun last night. Like, yikes. I don't know. Trails of Destructions are fun.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
pretty
yeah, dude.
bad.
I feel like kids don't have that same anger. Or not anger, just like...
Energy,
yeah, not even the energy. They still want to go outside.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, true. They direct it elsewhere because it's one thing to sit there and just I could throw like eggs like from a distance that you're unknowing. Now they can sit there and just go online and directly talk shit.
Yeah, I don't need to throw eggs. I can throw insults at you.
I can make you want to
Like-
kill yourself.
Like yo, for real. Like I could say anti-Semitic shit and just like
Dude.
make and piss you off. I could say racial.
Like, I can dox
Like,
you.
You could just do that.
I
You
can just make
do
a
that
racist
and-
TikTok right now.
I'm gonna
that's
tell
what-
your
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna tell your mom about your OnlyFans.
Yo,
Yo,
Yeah,
that's the
think
one.
about that. That's hardcore. I
Dude.
saw some shit about that. Some girl on Twitter the other day was just like, "Yo, who the fuck told my parents on my OnlyFans?" I'm like, "Oh, I never thought about that." I was like,
gotta be
that's
tough.
so mean. That's so
tragic.
mean. It's fucking crazy. Personally, if I was in high school or in middle school or whatever, and this is the type of year that we had, we would be planning the most insane mischief night imaginable.
Totally.
We would just be like, we're going to bomb the high school.
wow.
I'm like, guys, this has been a hard year. We need to let some steam off. Cherry bombs in the middle school. You know what I
Yo.
mean? Like, we got to do something.
Pumpkins everywhere.
Yeah, now kids these days are just like, TikTok.
I know. Let's do the Fortnite dances and fall asleep.
I remember me and a couple kids for your guys' senior year, well, your two senior year, we had a
Yeah.
plan since I didn't go to Rahway High that they were going to let me sneak in and I was going to wear like a ski mask.
Oh my
And
God.
Egg one of the teachers that you guys didn't like.
Oh, what?
wait.
Yeah,
That's
that was a plan. We were thinking about it.
That
Like,
was
like
Miss
me-
Keith.
yeah.
Wait, who?
Miss Boop.
Whoa, I'm sorry. I have to sidetrack. I just noticed you
I ain't
like
fuck with her either.
you like burned around it like a fucking like a thief going into a museum and then pulled off the tip.
Yeah.
Is that what you always do?
It's called top hatting.
Top hatting.
Yeah, it's when you burn it. I got it from DJ Gadley.
Gadley.
Gadley, thank you.
That's his
Fuck
name.
that.
DJ Guy. Ah,
Yeah,
fuck.
he showed me it. It's a pretty cool tip, and it just helps you like burn it. You like, when you get it all nice and flat there and stuff like that, and you got like a nice cylinder like edge going on.
Yeah.
You just like slightly burn off the edge, get a little
Ooh,
nice and
baby.
burn, and then you could just pull your little tip off, and then you just got like a nice little perfect.
Yo, Post-Party
Ready.
Cyph only smokes even joints out here.
Dude.
Okay, baby. Also, that was a classic trademark copyrighted Post-Party Cyph tangent that just happened.
That was.
That was
Remember the clip of
that
it?
was a cold.
Yo. Yeah.
I
if
love
you-
that shit.
If you weren't seeing it now, Cameron's got a pretty nice joint, and it's pretty cool if you're not seeing it because that means you're checking us out on Spotify now.
Yeah,
If
baby.
you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on Spotify now.
Yeah, and if you're listening to us on Spotify, you can also check us out on YouTube if you
YouTube
want to
now.
look at us.
That's what it was. YouTube now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a fake ad read really quick. Did you ever want to look really, really cool? Did you ever think, wow, I want to look really, really cool? Well, you should buy Psyched clothing and Hyperkid clothing at psyched.clothing and hyperkid.club.
Right now, we'll just make it Hyper Kid, but it's like clothing soon.
Yeah, we don't know
Soon.
how much of the Psyched stuff is up there, but check it out anyway. Use promo code
89 and that makes super used socks if you want to buy that.
Wait, what did you say?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you were gonna say.
Yo, I hope you guys have been enjoying the Post-Party Cyph the decade so far. It's been 10 years of
Dude,
episodes.
once a year. Dude, it's I love the people have always said too, like, it's so great because you guys are just chilling. And I love that. Even when I I made a quick temporary new thumbnail for PostPartyCyph. I know I want to do like something new, but I was like, let me do something besides the white background. So I look for some things to layer and gradient. And in the middle of me like editing this, Imani looks over and she's like cracking up, like, what are you doing? And I'm just Google searching beer. I'm like, haha, sweet. Because I just layered a beer and a tobacco leaf, like beer.
Beers, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the podcast is.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
a Cyph and a drinking session.
I'm so excited. This is the first one in a few weeks that I'm not violently high at this time.
Yeah, you're doing good.
This is usually when I come back.
Yeah, this is usually
You have to
when
smoke this,
when
though.
you stop staring at me for a while.
You have to get violently high.
Guys, we haven't talked about any of the things on our list so far.
You said it's
We talked
better
about
not
costume
to.
update.
No,
We talked about
it's
the
super
costume.
good. I was gonna mention that it's a
we
good
definitely
thing that we
hit
have.
Yeah,
something.
dude.
So like
And
episode
we did talk about
X,
Yep.
we made that joke like 10 times.
Star Wars
Just
episode
made it
10.
again.
X. We did the costumes.
Yes.
I think this might be also, it's so funny that in episode 10, this might be the first time that we have made direct reference to this wall of topics. We always just try to very smoothly talk about it without
Yeah,
ever
we all
noticing it.
just look.
But this is the
what are you
first time
talking
we've ever
about?
been like, yeah, this is the thing we use to like literally be like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about? But yeah, this is a behind the scenes episode, bro.
Yes.
Damn.
Episode X, baby.
This is,
Episode
Yo,
X.
I
dude.
got
Studio La
99
Luna.
problems and the AMC ain't one.
Woo!
Hell no,
I was thinking
dude.
about doing it for my birthday, yo. I was
Please.
telling Reed.
Oh, these
So
are cool.
AMC, if for y'all the uninitiated who don't know what's going on, because movie theaters are losing so much fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
AMC, I mean, they're following suit from Alamo Drafthouse, which I think we might have even talked about on this podcast. Was doing it. They were doing $150 for the theater, and then you had to buy $100 in
I think we
concessions.
mentioned this here, yeah.
Yeah, but AMC is doing $99 plus tax. Up to one, you can do it by yourself, or up to 20 people, you can fucking rent out a whole theater for
Fuck
yourself.
y'all, I'm doing it by myself.
With that
Yo.
said, we're running a contest. We're doing it for his birthday.
What?
For y'all.
Whoa.
Oh.
Holy shit. we're
For
doing
y'all
that.
could join
Oh.
this 20 party.
Yeah, if you guys want to come to my
Really?
birthday, if you guys want to come to my birthday party at AMC on, at the end of November,
For lucky people.
you guys can. If you guys want to come watch a movie with us, I mean, Tenet is on the list. Tenet is on the list. It seems to be a bunch of Halloween movies,
The
so
free
I feel
movie.
like by the time my birthday comes, it's gonna be other movies. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because like a lot of it's like Annabelle or like fucking something spooky.
The Conjuring 7.
The Conjuring 19 or whatever.
You'll think they have like the what is it? What's that Snoopy shit called again? Peanuts.
Charlie's Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown, the Big Pumpkin or whatever.
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck
it's
it is.
Big
Hey,
Pumpkin.
Charlie's Brown.
Hey, yo, if you're getting like the theater to yourself, do you get like free rent? Like, can you pull up in there with like, yo, I want to bring my food in there.
Oh, we talked about this a little
Yeah.
bit last night. What was your idea?
Wait, what you talking about?
The buffet idea.
No, that was me and you.
That was you?
Yeah.
Yo, Cam, tell him about the
Bro.
buffet
Tell
idea.
Yo,
me tell me
AMC.
about some buffet.
One.
Genius, bro.
Cut me this check if this
Yo,
works
it's a
out.
Genius idea,
Two.
bro. Doesn't really work that well in COVID, but still.
AMC, yeah. Well, it works because it's a small private
Yeah, I
gathering,
guess it's
so
just
it's not
some
the
of you
worst
guys.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody has
But
to
two, you
sneeze.
got shitty hand foods.
Yep.
That's good because you could do a shitty buffet and people will pay for that shitty buffet.
That's right.
While they watch movies privately in their rented out
I'm gonna get
theater.
that nacho
Like
buffet.
at like the
It
bottom of
works.
the fucking theater. You know what I mean? It's like 20 of y'all sitting up top at the theater, but at the very bottom you got like popcorn and mozzarella sticks and little
Chicken
pretzel
strips.
bites and
Ooh.
chicken strips. I'll be walking down them aisles 15 times in the middle of that movie, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
macaroni
throw
bites.
throw a couple of brews.
Throw a couple Listen, I do have a question. You bring up a good point because our local AMC is just a regular AMC, but you can rent out a dine-in AMC.
Oh, like
Oh, shit.
And then be like, hey, yo, so what's up with y'all catering situation? Y'all be catering these movies, bro? I used to work
Oh,
at that shit.
yeah, the dinings probably do a lot
Yeah,
better.
bro. That'd be fucking done. Let me get. They used to have these Chipotle chicken paninis. Bro, imagine
What?
Chipotle chicken paninis on deck in the middle of Tenet with your boys. Y'all in there like hotboxing vape pens, bro. Straight vape hotboxing that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Can we do that? Hit fatty vapes?
I
Is-
mean,
is it the same
it's
price?
definitely
It's my
illegal.
movie theater.
Is it-
Oh, yeah.
Is it the
my
same
movie
price
theater.
for like the luxury AMC and the non-luxury?
I can imagine there's like a,
I want
a
that
price
Dolby
adjustment.
theater, bro.
Yo, I would love a Dolby theater. I don't think they'd let you do that.
I would
but-
That
love
would be
I would love a
crazy.
Dolby theater.
You never know, though.
Yo, but there's only like one Dolby showing a day, bro.
Yeah, and,
So
and
why
it'll be
couldn't
your
they?
day.
Why couldn't they be like?
Exactly. Why wouldn't they
Yo,
let
we
you?
hit them up ahead of time. Yeah.
I mean, you have to do an inquiry to do it. You can't just like pick a day. You have to like do all. You pick which movie you want to watch. You put like the date you want to do it and your name and share and your email, and they get back to you in like a day or two.
Are you like
No.
the 18th, the 25th, or the 27th? Or is it none of those?
26.
6.
Yeah,
Yo, we
it's on Thanksgiving this year, boys.
We could do the
Oh.
podcast there and watch it on the
Yo.
screen as we do it live.
That is such a good idea that we're going to talk about it after this podcast.
Mystery Science Theater style.
That would be insane. And
Let's do Liberty
definitely,
Science Theater.
definitely illegal. But we are so good at doing it.
Oh, we showed one of the cameras is a drone shooting the movie itself.
We
Yeah.
cut back to another shot of the movie
And now, yo,
itself.
like, we
Yeah.
just rent the theater out just so like we can still like talk over the movie and shit.
Yo, AMC's got to know that there's people like fucking idiots like us coming up with the worst ideas possible for whatever they're
How much
offering
weed
us.
can you smoke in AMC without getting caught?
But
Like, do you know how many?
Because you could definitely get away with some amount
bro.
in that theater.
You go in there just destroyed off some edibles. You know what I mean?
Nah, I want to smoke a blunt.
It also.
yeah, honestly, they need to open that up.
You know what brings up a good point? Like, I feel like there's some people who are gonna go into that experience like trying to actually like just sit down and watch a regular movie like they would normally, but it's just like. You better be fucking crazy if I'm not
screaming at my
not gonna
friends.
be in that theater with my
Yo.
boys on some
Yo.
man. Yo, this motherfucker bugging.
Yo, we're like at completely different areas of the movie theater. It's
Dude.
like, yeah, that shit was nuts.
Yo, I'll be like, hey, yo, Reed, I'm gonna try and sit in the middle of the theater for the second act real quick. Yo, I'll see you in 25 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
I
dude.
like to sit on the side.
It's like a Borg senior's running around the
I'm
theater.
just standing at the front of the motherfucking theater. I'm like, yo, you guys really gotta try it all the way up here. It's really good, dude. Yeah, we should do that.
I had a
should
friend
do it.
who worked
I like
at a Regal, and
A Regal.
Regal. There's a movie called
R.I.P.
I think it's Hellenbach. Yeah, R.I.P. Regal. I think the movie is called Hellenbach, and it's a very bad R-rated stop motion film. I think T.J. Miller's in it. It's just bad.
T.J. Miller. R.I.P.
It's like one of those movies where they just like crew. Oh yeah,
R.I.P.
yikes,
T.J. Miller.
dude. R.I.P. T.J. Regal. So
Yeah, dude.
yo. Yesterday as a sidetrack, Angel and I were saying because we said some dumb shit while being cooked on the couch, giggling.
And we say some dumb shit while being cooked on this podcast.
Yeah. It was like, what if like 18-year-old us was like, let's look in the future, like, let's see us really getting it done in our mid-20s, and it's just us in the same spot, like,
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
but yeah, fucking, I was in this theater and like, at one point, because it's one of those, oh, it's really crude kids movie, it's crude, and there's, I hate to say it, rape trees somewhere in this hell.
That's crude.
Yeah, dude, it was
crude as
bad.
fuck.
And they were down there, and one of the guys was like, they're running from the rape trees. Awful. And he's like, look out. There's some trees in this forest who thinks no means yes. And I sat there in the theater
That's
like,
a line.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Dude, it was bad. It
Oh,
was
no.
4 of us in the theater, and I went, ah! I started running around the theater like, ah! Just losing my mind.
I feel like the loudest I've been decibel-wise in a theater is still Avengers Endgame.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never screamed in a theater like that.
Oh, yeah.
When fucking Captain America got Thor's hammer, I had an emotional response that I couldn't stop my body from having. I was just like, yo!
Yeah,
And by
dude.
the end of it, I like looked over and everybody else in the theater was also screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah,
and I was
dude.
like, okay, word. I blacked out for a second there. I'm glad we all blacked out.
Oh
I-
yeah, nah.
I
People
think-
got into that. They got into it like it was a fucking like a real title fight.
It was a religious experience, bro.
I think it might stand the test of time. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of my life, it's, if not still the best, in the top 3 of theater experiences I've ever had in my whole life.
What, Endgame?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
'Cause right now it's number 1.
That shit was fun to watch in theaters. I was talking to, I think it was Kira who I was talking to about it before, and she was like, "Oh, well, people were acting like that." She was like, "Did you see it at midnight?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." She's like, "Well, yeah, that's why people were acting like that." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's exactly why I fucking go at midnight to have that experience of like
Hell yeah.
the people behind me freaking the fuck out."
Fuck
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
dude.
Like I love that.
I also
shit.
just love being one of the first people who like watch movies. You know?
Yeah, I didn't think spoilers were so bad back in the day, but they're so bad now.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can't-
God. Yeah,
I'm so surprised I haven't had The Last of
Twitter.
Us 2 fucking ruined for me yet.
Twitter's the worst.
Bro, quick story. You guys remember me getting The Force
Oh,
Awakens?
Star Wars? Yeah, that was
oh
terrible.
my
Oh,
god.
Yo, you got it
Yo,
so bad.
So bad.
And like literally
Oh,
80 words, not even. No,
man,
it was like 20
it
words.
Was like it was a sentence.
Yeah.
I remember it to this day because it was nuts. We're pulling in to the theater for The Force Awakens. Remember, The Force Awakens, the first Star Wars movie since Sith, right?
Yeah, so it had been
It'd been
10
the
years.
fool-
10 years.
You made the
bro.
foolish tweet.
I made this foolish mistake. We're pulling into the parking lot, and me, because I like the internet and stuff. I'm super excited to watch this movie. I'm like, fucking pulling into the theater to watch #The Force Awakens. I'm so excited.
That was the day it came out too, right? We just went the first.
It was the Thursday.
Okay.
So it was like we were there like 4 midnight. We were there like it was gonna be there. The movie was gonna come out like in an hour or whatever. So I make that tweet and I get a reply walking to the theater from the car, and the reply goes, "Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen The Force Awakens, I wish I had that that caution." It goes, "Han Solo gets killed by his son, Kylo Ren."
Ugh, brutal,
Like
dude.
crazy amounts of
3,
spoilers in like 5 words.
My favorite thing is you have to be like, that's not true.
Dude, I literally the whole time we're walking to the theater and waiting in line, I'm like trying to convince myself that I'm like, because that was a possibility that
I remember
was
you were so
talked about,
bummed,
right?
and you were just like, guys, I'm not going to say anything, but I think a major part was just spoiled for me.
Bro, I said it just like that. I was like, guys, I don't want to be upset, and I don't even think it's real, but it could totally be real. I think an insanely giant part of this movie got spoiled for me. And about like an hour-ish into the movie, before it even happened, because if you're a smart movie watcher, things kind of start lining up. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, man.
Especially when you
And
know
then
it.
it happened and I
dude.
was like, are you fucking serious?
Like, could have been a special thing.
I was like, are you? And then you guys didn't even know that I knew, but I'm sitting there and just being like, oh, man.
I remember that was one of the, because I was still when I was at Five Towns, and I was in your old kitchen you hadn't even gone to Forbes yet. You were definitely in like Emerson? Yes, a street. My
Yeah,
goodness. And like, it was just the 3 of us were smoking. Cause I remember being like, what do you think of that last shot where it spun around? I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that shot. I don't know how I feel about that shot.
Yep, that
It
shit.
was good times.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's not a lot like getting a movie spoiled for you.
I had a Game of Thrones death spoiled for me 3 minutes before I started watching the episode. And at first I was like, oh, fuck. But also it was like, what are you going to do? Even though it sucked, but I was like, wait a minute. I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know that's going to happen.
I just know that it's gonna.
And
That's
that
kind
made
of like
it so much more like kind of anxious. Like,
that's
oh
kind
my
of like
God.
what I was like leaning on watching the movie. I was just like, okay, I know this is gonna happen, but like I don't know when. But like if you know the movie, think about
Yeah.
it. It's
Start
literally
of Act
like,
3 is always a
okay,
good
this is
spot.
literally when it's gonna happen. It's Kylo and Han on a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
even-
how this is gonna fucking end.
And
Right, yep,
there's,
yep.
There
Like-
doesn't seem to be like a bottom. So
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Most Star
if
Wars.
we know anything about Star Wars, 2 characters plus bridge equals someone's losing a limb or a life.
Yeah, dude.
Or a dad.
Or all in one sometimes.
Or all in one sometimes.
The Star Wars.
Speaking of Star Wars, did you guys hear about the Jetpack Man?
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
I did
This is
not-
the
I
second
didn't-
time apparently.
Exactly, and I did
Yeah.
not hear about the first time. I do nothing about I barely know anything about this
How
time.
much is a jetpack one?
So I don't think it's their commercial. I don't think you can go out and buy a jetpack.
You got a custom?
I think you have to like. This is gonna sound crazy, guys, but I think you have to build your own fucking jetpack out of goddamn scraps.
That doesn't sound.
in a cave.
That doesn't. In
yeah.
a cave.
in a cave.
Has to be a
Tony
cave?
Stark
Like
built
Tony
it. Tony fucking Stark built this shit.
In a cake with a box of scraps.
Scraps, dude.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Tony Stark.
I was interested in it, like, because I thought, maybe someone just went to an airway or airfield or something, and, like, with a jetpack or some shit. They caught that motherfucker at 6,500 feet.
Oh god,
He was flying. You know what I'm trying to say?
dude. There's
Second dude.
so we
He
got
would die easily if any mishap went.
You would die. No problem.
dude. We have
You'd explode.
homemade jetpack men. The riot police have fucking Captain America shields.
Bullets, right.
There's fucking mechs
whatever
that are
Elon
moving.
whatever Elon Musk and Grimes is.
Elon Musk and Grimes on Venus, fucking Jeff Bezos.
Dude, it's the 7, bro.
Oh
It's them, bro.
Oh.
Amazon is bought, bro.
dude. I was talking to Angel about it, like how I keep making the mistake of being a little cooked, like or a little too cooked. Like, hey, let me watch the boys; it'll be sick. And I
Oh,
always
God.
watch it like, oh, I'm so bothered,
Yes.
ethically or just physically.
Someone's fucking space explodes.
Great.
Noel on the Tiny Meat Gang podcast made a good point where he was like, where he thinks HBO does sex, which good lord, we watched the fucking what it was, episode 5 or 6
When he
of
went to
Lovecraft
Lovecraft
Country.
Country? Oh, wow.
And there was like 6 sex scenes in that episode. It's just like, all right, very attractive people. Good lord. But Noel made the joke where it was just like, what HBO does in sex, Amazon does in violence.
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
So Amazon will just be like, we're not gonna make them fuck. We could, but what if you made their body explode?
Let's rip her face off.
It was like 2 episodes you watched of Utopia, and that was grisly.
Violent for violence sake. People I went on Reddit because I knew nothing about the graphic novel or anything. I wanted to know what people thought about it, and they were like, way too like they were like the graphic novel is violent, but this is just like gratuitous for gratuitous sake. It's just like make it ultra violent because you can. It's just like, which I guess I like.
Sometimes it depends on how it's gone about. You know, like Hostel's ultra violent, but like there's a purpose to it, and it has that feeling of like I was saying last week, if not 2 weeks ago, with Great Horror, like that feeling of descending into hell. And there's a few times it happens in Hostel where it's like you're going down this rabbit hole, and it's not going to get any friendlier, and you might just be stuck down there.
So I was gonna say, I think over horror is done well if it's like in a weird way, aesthetically pleasing.
No, I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't just be overly horror. You have to be that very niche. That's an interesting, overly horror thing.
Think about the insanely gross things in Midsummer.
Yeah,
But those shits were shot pretty well, and it looked pretty
Yeah.
it
nice.
was shot well.
It just looked. It was like
and also,
cracked and
it's just, like,
composed well.
I'm used to like people bleeding out like crazy and guts and like, ooh, look at my intestines,
Yeah.
but not getting your fucking head smashed with a hammer,
Yeah, or
Yeah, it was
like just
rough.
being like,
And the way the
like a
imagery was gone
giant
about.
old
yeah.
ass hammer.
what in the scary movie is the thing that scares you? Like I think we could even 89 who says he gets more scared of scary movies. I've watched you watch scary movies.
Yeah, no,
a
yeah,
bunch
like,
of
I've
times,
seen some
you know
scary, like,
what I mean?
yo, like I could
But,
talk
like,
about some Rob Zombie flicks.
So what
With my
what
shit.
scares you in a scary movie? Like Kira doesn't like demons and like fucking possession shit.
So
I don't think I have any. I don't know.
So viewership wise, I don't like watching gore that's just unnecessary. Like Saw, I was never a fan of, just because I felt like you're just constantly cutting into
Does
yourself.
it scare you or does it just gross you out?
It's just unnecessary. Like I don't want to watch someone get cut into themselves all the time, and like I don't want to, it's just like stuff
So
like
does
I
it
that.
feel
scare you
I
or
feel
does it gross
discomfort.
you out?
It's I guess gross out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really scary. Like I watch it. Like
Is-
I've watched them no
Is
problem.
is there any type of horror or like genre in horror that like you don't like because it scares you?
So things that actually make me feel like if I feel like I guess if it's a compelling story where I feel like I could get part of, that's one. But if it's like the ultimate sense of you're doomed no matter what.
Dread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's like the one that could get me.
I think that's the ultimate
yeah.
scare is dread. And again, spoiler for Hereditary. But that's the thing about Hereditary, that after that awful thing happens, you're just left in this limbo of like, well, what the fuck is gonna happen now? Like,
Or Midsummer. It's just like even if you're one of those people that happen to get like put in that scenario, get out of it.
Dude,
and survive.
that's like one of the scariest parts of Midsummer for me. Just really quick is like when she's when she eats the shrooms. Spoiler for Midsummer here too. When she eats the shrooms and she kind of just like starts wandering off, and nothing scary happens. She just starts kind of wandering off and like walking into the woods, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. That's really scary to me. Like having a bad time on shrooms and wandering off into the woods alone. I don't like that shit. Like, thank God she like nothing really happened with that plot point, but I was just
Yeah.
like, that's scary to me. That's actually scary.
I know that's why he's pretty good with like the just like
It's a psychological
the
horror
natural,
shit.
like-
That's why these movies are really scaring me now. It's because they hit way closer to home than like a Freddy or a Jason ever would.
that's how
Yeah.
haunting kind of is in the way.
in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see that shit.
Yeah,
watch
it's
it.
pretty like really like dawns.
We
on
still
you.
have one available too.
Because
for
we could still watch it because the plot point is they have to move to Connecticut for her son's cancer treatment.
Yeah.
And it's a big family. I forget where they lived before, but the hospital's in Connecticut, so they're able to get this really big old house where the whole family can fit in Connecticut, and they just moved there last second so we can be close to the hospital.
Classic.
But
It's a classic. That's a classic setup right there.
historically, it's a lot of the parts are true. Like the family did do that. Kid did have cancer, and when I say kid, he's like I think 18 in like the storyline. But
Yeah. That's a kid does.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, but historically, the house was a morgue before they moved into it. Like,
See,
back in the day.
shit like that is pretty scary. Like the Amityville horror house, where
Yeah.
like
Oh,
shit
yeah.
happened there.
Yeah.
Behind a brick
And
wall.
the family,
That's pretty scary.
does say stuff happened. Like, there's interviews of the family, like the actual family in real life, saying shit happened. Obviously, what went down, who knows? But apparently, it was a morgue in real life where some dude did some fuck shit
That's wild.
back in like the old days.
I'm interested in what scares you, mean.
I like some. I don't know. I feel like on a smaller level, and it might be exclusive to Insidious because it's another case where imitators got it very wrong. But I like tasteful music. They do it in Aliens, even.
Okay.
Like just a lot of string stuff, but stuff to feel like very dissonant, but not in a way. Because I don't even want to say that because it's so hit or miss.
We were watching. I think it was Hereditary, and there was not a lot of like this. There's a ton of like the scary movie music that happens like towards the middle all the way to the end. But in the beginning is not really there. And there's one part where like it kind of starts to get spooky, and you hear the ding 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 like the strings, like the arpeggiated strings or whatever. And Kira looked at me and went, "Oh, is this gonna do the scary movie music thing? I do not like those things." I'm like, those are pretty scary.
Yo,
Like that could scare the shit out of somebody.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
love-
audio part of that.
I love all the different types of it because I love like what was it? What's the movie fucking with the red face ghost guy? Inception.
No, I think that is Insidious.
Insidious. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, Insidious.
a fucking movie blacked out.
Inception.
Insidious. Yeah.
Scary
Insidious
dreams.
had like the really modern horror music today. Well done. I feel like
I
that
feel
was
that.
pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then you have like the Halloween, where it's just like the classic tune that kind of creeps you out, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's just like so catchy. The doo 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 doo.
Yo, how about Us when they flipped?
Oh, I haven't seen.
I got 5 on it.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the, for the
No, yeah.
trailer.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah.
Bling boom, bling boom.
One of my favorites was actually done in that one Adult Swim infomercial. Like what was it? Like 30 minutes of a bear unedited or something
That's
like
a
that.
weird video.
Yeah, that one's weird. But like when the chick's running and it's just like the horror, it's like these trumpets and they're just like kind of
Yeah.
like D2
Yeah,
with like your
super
other like
weird-ass,
typical horror shit
like super
behind it.
dissonant sounds and
Fucking
stuff.
There's
so
There's
creepy.
stuff that's imprinted on me as a kid for sure. I'm trying to think of other examples. I mean, the one in the ring gets everybody, and it's freaky as shit. But there's a couple things I don't know because what's it called? When Imani and I first started talking, and I want to watch something scary. I remember I was telling you I was like, oh, we could watch this great movie. It's one of my favorites. It's called Annihilation. She's like, oh, it's not scary, is it? Because I don't like scary. Like, not really.
Scary
but,
parts
Yeah,
in it.
I talked to you about it. Like, it's funny because
I still didn't watch that.
it does have one of the scariest scenes I've ever seen in my whole life.
But it's not a scary movie. Yeah, it's such a
Right.
good point. I'm going.
And as a side note, that's another movie that's again, it's not horror, but it is it's, even though it's a scary sci-fi, got all this or that, it is another case where it's beautiful at the same time, which I always appreciate.
I feel you.
But yeah, there's something that she said scares her also kind of scares me, which is eyes, like eyes with a sense of uncertainty. And I can't, like, it doesn't happen all the time, but in the right pairings, like, I'll throw a clip here after, and I'll probably show you guys after this, afterward. But there's a part in Sleepy Hollow by Tim Burton, and Tim Burton does stuff scary pretty well.
It's one of the modern kings of goth, bro. Don't sleep on Tim Burton,
dude,
bro.
you cannot. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
But he it's illegal. He has a bit where Ichabod, or not Ichabod, but the Headless Horseman comes in, and like the wife hides the kid under the floorboards, and when he comes in, he cuts her head off, and she with a kid underneath, from his point of view, you just hear her like the lopping happen and this thumping go.
The thud.
Yeah, and it rolls across, and when it lands through the floorboard, it's just her eyes.
Her eyes looking at you. Yeah,
Yeah, and
classic.
they're just definitely dead. And like there's a little at the same time. And even thinking about it, I remember seeing that
It's
and
like
being
giving you chills.
maybe the scariest thing I've
Yeah.
seen. One of them.
Have you ever had
Good.
a real spook in real life?
I think so. I'm trying to think of significant ones. Do we have one together or something?
I
No, I'm
think
just asking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know Cam has one.
Yeah, I have one experience my whole family had, but I was
Oh,
going.
shit.
Do you guys have like any real?
I have
Yeah.
one. It's kind of vague, but I will tell it because it's quick. You guys remember learning about like Bloody Mary and shit growing
Yeah.
up? Okay, so I have these cousins are from New York, Jenny and Jeffrey, and they moved a lot growing up. into like different parts of New York. So like, and I'd go to visit them almost every weekend because my grandma lived up there. So every now and then I'd go to visit them and they'd be in a new house. So sometimes they'd be like in Brooklyn or they'd be like in different, you know what I mean? So one time we went to go visit them and they had moved into like a house instead of an apartment. And every time I bring this up to them, they're like, oh, fuck that house. Because they moved out of this house.
That's what it is.
In like a month, bro.
That's really how it is.
So, I will never forget this shit. I went to go visit them, and they hadn't even like moved in all the way yet. So there was like still boxes and shit. Like classic beginning of scary movie shit, where you're like, oh, this new house, we moved into a place with so much space. You know what I mean? And of course, they're teaching me and my sister about Bloody Mary. So they're like, yeah, you know, when it's late at night, you turn off the lights at midnight and you walk into a bathroom with all the lights off and you light a candle and you look into the mirror and you say Bloody Mary 3 times and Bloody Mary will come out to get you, right? Cool, word. I was not gonna do that shit.
Not cool.
I was never gonna do that shit in a million motherfucking years. So this is where it kind of gets vague because I don't really remember who did it, but either me and my sister went to do it ourselves. I must have been maybe like 6 or 7 years old at this point. This is before I even moved to Rahway. So either me and my sister did it, or my cousins did it, and me and my sister watched from like down the hallway as they did it. It was still super dark out, and they did the Bloody Mary thing, and then nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happened. Bro, have you guys ever felt like
something's just wrong?
Yo, like you fucked up. You know what I mean? And like you should not have fucked around with whatever the fuck.
You know what's funny? Imagine you're a ghost just like haunting a house and you've been bored as hell all day and you just like, oh, these kids are really doing this shit.
Oh, they're trying to fuck around? Let me turn it up to 11 tonight for y'all. That's exactly how it fucking felt. Like weird wind, super windy, and like I couldn't sleep all night because just the thought of like them doing the Bloody Mary, and it's just so scary. And then like I would walk down to the kitchen because the stairway was right by the fucking bathroom where they did it, and like I didn't want to walk downstairs because I'd like walk halfway to the hallway, look at the bathroom, and be like, I'm just gonna go back into the room where my sister and my cousins are because Bloody Mary's in there, I guess, or whatever. I feel like those games don't exist as much anymore.
Like they got new ones.
Like the Candyman.
I'm sure there's like new modern ones that we just don't know about.
Yeah, you say like Bill Cosby or R. Kelly's name a few times in the fucking
That's like
mirror.
more
Dude, piss just
technological.
flies out of the toilet and goes everywhere. Just pee. Like in Nightmare on Elm Street with the blood in the waterbed, but it's pee instead, just going everywhere.
Drip, 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 pee on you. All right, Cam, let's hear your story.
Yeah, so mine, I was like 13 at the time, and we were down in Lavallette, New Jersey, and that's the thing that's like it kind of freaks me out because like I remember it vividly. It's not like a time where I was naive at 13, but not that naive.
You were a grown
to
man.
like supernatural things would clearly look unnatural to me.
Right.
So and it was my whole my whole family swears by this shit. We do not fuck with it. My family always goes down to Lavallette, right next to Seaside Heights, for those that don't know, and where they film Jersey Shore. For those not part of Jersey watching this podcast, the 1 or 2 of you.
GTL.
Garden State facts.
Jersey.
But so anyway, we always go down there every year. My family's been going down for years and years and years. And one year, my extended family's going down all at the same time, so we all couldn't fit at the usual beach house we usually get that we've been renting. So me and my family decided, oh, we'll just get like a place like 2 blocks down the way, so, like it's right, it's like literally a minute walk from there.
Right.
So we get there. It was like normal beach house vibes. It was like attached to another house, and there was like a couple houses in like the whole like little quadrant of it that were all looked exactly the same. And it was like cool. Like there's like uniformity here, so there can't be anything wrong.
Right. Of course.
It's always the creepy house that looks like none of the other houses here. That looks like run down and old and not modern at all.
Yeah.
That always has
the
a weird
normal
shit.
houses are usually normal.
This one just looks like the one that you rent out to people real quick and stuff like that. So anyway, the first night there, it wasn't anything too crazy. It was kind of like your typical Act 1 of a scary movie. Everyone was there. It was kind of fine. You really didn't see anything that was too wrong. Everyone was kind of cool for the minute. I think me and my brother and my dad went down early, and it was no problem. And even the next day, when my mom and her sisters got down there, it really wasn't a problem in day 2 either. But I think it was my mom who had the first experience on day 3. She was the only one in the house, and she was in the bathroom on the second floor, and then she just felt off. Like she just said, it felt weird.
The
Like,
air
yeah,
changes pressure.
she just said it felt weird. She knew she was the only one at home, so she felt like someone came in for a sec. She just felt like energy from someone.
I don't like
So
that
she like
shit.
called out real quick, and no one was there. And then she feels a cold shoulder, like a hardcore cold shoulder. Like she was like, it felt like someone touched her that was cold. And she looked back, and she felt like something just rushed by her. So she ran from the bathroom to the stairwell.
Hey, yo.
And then she felt like she just like saw something zoom past. She not like something solid, just like, you know, it felt like something was just rushed out of there.
This is the third night.
This is like the third day there or whatever.
Okay.
And we're usually there for like a week. So she's like, that's weird. She got all of her shit out of the bathroom and dipped out and went to like the usual house where everyone else was at and was just like,
Fuck that house.
nah. She was like, that shit was kind of weird. I didn't like that. Was anyone there? Did anyone come in? Like
Yeah.
everyone was either on the beach or at that house or out. So, and you know, that's only her experience. No one else could vouch for that or anything.
Right.
But you know, that's my mom who really doesn't have any experience
Yeah,
like this.
I
just
know
saying
your
this shit-
mom. And
Yeah.
she would not make up a
That's what I'm
random
saying.
ass
She's
ghost
just like,
story,
you know,
dude.
she's like, nah. She's like, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
now she's
I wish
not-
I heard her tell that.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
So then, I think this might have either been before my mom had the experience or after the room that Andrew was staying in, and I think we had a babysitter because Christy was just born, so we had a
Okay.
babysitter also stay with us. That's like a family friend,
I thought you said Chris Christie was just born. I was like, okay, here he comes.
and then he bans Halloween for this.
No,
This
Chris,
is the reason why.
you asshole.
Yeah, but yeah, so it was the room that Andrea, I think all my sisters were actually in there, and the babysitter was in this room, and it had the entrance to the attic. So we found out about that.
Course, the attic.
And yeah, and dude, the entrance to the attic was so fucking creepy. It was this little ass door in like the room to the in her closet, pretty much.
Have
And-
any
and-
attic entrances ever looked not
and it,
creepy?
like, dude, it was so
Like-
small. You had to crawl to get in it, and then when you get up, it was normal. But like, I didn't go up there because I said, fuck that.
yeah, you're like fuck that.
One of my
shit.
cousins,
smart
friends,
movie.
I know.
movie
That's what I said. I said,
experience,
fuck that. One of my cousin's friends actually went up there.
bro. Yeah.
And she said it was pretty normal, like attic stuff. There was like some mannequins up there actually, like with
That's
clothes on them.
terrifying.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
It's not normal.
and there was
at
just
all.
like clothes and just like maybe some furniture stuff, and like a lot of stuff was covered up and boxed up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know, it looked like an attic. There was
Fuck
mannequins
that.
up there with clothes though. That's what she said.
You ever been up into an attic and there's randomly mannequins with clothes on them? I mean, your parents do fashion
Yeah.
shit though.
89 is the mannequin with clothes on in the
89,
attic.
his parents just made him stand in the attic. All right.
So
continue.
anyway, Andrew will always swear that she heard like steps or something from upstairs ever since she learned from that. But at the same time, when you learn from the attic, you know, that's her experience. Like she would swear that like, and there's like a little window too in the front of the house that you can see the attic, and just like, you didn't like looking into it. You just didn't, because you didn't know what the fuck was up there really.
Yeah, for real.
And it was like a little crawl space to go up there. But then the attic, you know, had some decent space for storage because she said there's mannequins. She said it looked like an attic. She was like, there's mannequins up there. She's like, that was the only unusual thing. But she was like, it looked pretty normal other than that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah. So,
Scary.
and then
That's how it always starts.
I believe after that experience, there was a bat on the front porch one morning that
Nope.
stayed there for a bit. And you know, bats are pretty normal too. It's not like the worst thing ever.
Yo, not after
That's what I'm saying.
not after a couple occurrences.
That's what I'm saying. One occurrence is no problem.
That's
Like
the-
having
that's-
a bat on you, especially like I've seen bats in backyards in Rahway and stuff like that. I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's not like the worst thing, but it's just
Bats
like,
are fucking insane looking too.
yeah.
though. They
But
look
just like
fucking
everything
wild.
coming up, it's like, oh, that's kind of just weird going after that. And then mine and my brother's experience, the one that I got to see myself, we woke up in the middle of the night, and this is like the night we're about night before we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave the next day, and dude, you know, we're in our room. There's no problem. There's nothing wrong with the room at all. Randomly in the middle of the night, my brother, I think, just wakes up and he, for some reason decides to turn the light on, and there's just hella bugs on the ceiling.
Oh,
like-
no,
And,
dude.
and it's not like crazy bugs. It's a bunch of gnats. And like realistically, you're down at the shore. Like there's bugs around.
yeah,
You're gonna
it's
see.
possible.
But for some reason, it's just like, why when we didn't go to bed, there's no bugs and there was no light source. But randomly we turn on light, there's just like a good 100 gnats on our
oh,
ceiling.
fuck that,
and
dude.
it's like so.
yeah, it's
it-
cursed.
and my dad literally came in and
what
he was just
the
like,
fuck, dude?
and everyone was kind of sick of the place. I don't know if anything out with my dad. He has some chilling stuff from it too, but my dad like did not like the fucking house at all.
So everyone had like literally whatever was fucking you guys
Yeah,
over was going
everyone
one
had-
by one.
Everyone had just a weird, like, eerie vibe there. It was just like, this is weird. I remember my dad came in, he went in there, he had like some roll mop he found, and literally just started killing a bunch of them. But there's a bunch of them, and they just kept flying around, stuff like that. And my dad would be like, are they bothering you? We're like, no. And he was like, we're leaving in the morning. So
Do you guys think that like stuff stays places? Like if people like die
So
in houses
I
and
think
shit?
my dad was talking to people. I think someone died in the house.
Yeah.
That's what he found out.
Dude.
And I think it was either someone was killed or it was like a freaky accident or something like
'Cause
that.
it's like I
It
don't
was
know how
an unusual
I feel.
death.
I don't know, like, because ghosts. I don't know how I feel about ghosts. I don't not believe them, obviously, because I've had.
That's what I'm saying. I never
experiences,
had, like, even at 13, I was like, I don't believe ghosts or like I have no proof or anything. And then after this, it's like that was kind of weird though.
Dude,
It was weird.
yo, Reed, remember fucking when we were doing the Hyper Kid shoot with Amani and Aaron with the Ouija board? And the Ouija board was sitting out there the entire fucking time, and it was totally chilling outside, and nothing was happening. And the moment we started shooting with the Ouija board, it got windy as fuck outside, bro.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
Super windy. Like the moment I was like, nah, just do it like that. It started getting windy, and I was like, I was like, all right, we're just gonna take a couple more pictures because I don't fuck with that.
Dude.
I wasn't even playing. I was like, I don't know what's up with that.
Part of me
dude.
feels like, you know, because you can get like really nice, really well made, or like whatever the process is for, like not organic, but like nice tarot cards, for example.
Yeah.
But like you can also get like okay tarot cards, and as long as your belief is there, but also like, you know, as long as you treat it seriously as a process, my sister was saying like you'll get the same effect in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel like you can get a shit Ouija board and it will still be kind of fucked, you know, a little
like,
bit.
I always make the joke with the Ouija board, like it's like
It's a hash brown Ouija.
exactly. You know how when you're watching a scary movie, but like laughing is a defense mechanism, so you start laughing at Pennywise instead of being scared because you're like, if I laugh, then I won't be scared. It's how I go every time we play with the Ouija board. It's just like, I mean, it says made by Hasbro right on the fucking top. How
Yeah.
scary can something by Mattel be? You know what I mean? That motherfucking wind pulled up like no big deal, bro. Like that
Yeah,
shit said
definitely.
hi. It was like, hey.
I feel
I was
like,
like, what? Hey, I'm Ghost. What's up? I'm Ghost.
no, not good.
You call.
No, Ghost Boss, get out of here. I think the other thing, I was gonna say suffering, which is very general for horror. Like that's something that scares me a lot. But like, I don't like when they fuck with the animals. That's fucked up, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
but obviously it's easy to get to you. But even like when people die or dying, and there's like a sound of like agony, or in a bit of a spoiler alert, only because if you haven't seen Annihilation, you really should. And like, this is
I
a
didn't.
while.
The animal noise.
Oh yeah, well not.
Oh, I knew there's
Yeah.
like morphed animals. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the noise, is done in a way where it's like that's not only disturbing but really fucked up, you know. So like
Yeah.
we should watch that ASAP,
Yeah.
dude. It's so good. But I think the element of
I heard
suffering
the
when
bass
done
in
right.
that. I heard the bass in that. It's pretty good.
Oh my god, it's insane.
Listen, the thing about all of these experiences that we're talking about being scared of, because remember, there's all these things that don't really have this effect on us in scary and horror films, right? But now we're talking about all these things that do actually kind of like shake us and like
Yeah.
kind of chill us to the bone a little bit, right? But then we finish the experience and then we go home or whatever, and we're just like, that shit was exhilarating, though, right? You know what I mean? Isn't that so weird how that works? Like, it's got to be an adrenaline rush. Like, how people sometimes are like, how can you like horror movies? I'm like, yo, they make you feel alive. It scares you. I like,
Definitely.
you know what I mean?
I
Like,
like the influence horror movies give. I kind of like
I
that
feel that.
creepy vibe.
yeah. I don't know. There's something to be said about being like, you like escape, because I look at like TV and movies and stuff as like escapism. So like, when I leave my escapism really quick, sometimes I take something with me. I watch something motivational and I feel motivated at the end, or I watch something like actiony, I feel hyper at the end of it. When I watch like some horror shit at the end, I'm just like, oh, whoa. Like, I feel like the hair on my fucking skin standing up. I feel like I was watching, like I just came off a roller coaster a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
oof, that was fun.
And
I watched Scream the other day, and I've seen Scream fucking a million times. And that whole last part, I was just like, this is awesome. Like,
Yeah,
this is
dude.
fucking, I don't know other
brutal.
action movies, I guess, do that, but action movies are sometimes a slower burn. I don't know. Like, horror movies definitely
Action
have
also have a big relief, where horror doesn't really have a big relief a lot of time. You
yeah,
know?
I feel you. Sometimes it's just.
I mean,
over.
horror shouldn't
Dude.
have a big relief. You know, realistically,
horror.
most horror movies shouldn't have a big relief.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
You
It
know?
should be a horrific experience.
It's a fucking horror movie.
Yeah, it should feel like that's kind of what the luxury of the film is, like that you can get away with not being in a hellish situation, but in the movie you can end on a note of like, and everyone's doomed, and you can do that.
The end.
How, I mean, fucking Drag Me to Hell. And at this point, it's been out for like 14 years.
I
But
watched that with you.
we did, yeah.
yeah.
But dude, like, there's a whole process of the movie, like, of like this protagonist going through all this suffering, and then finally she gets to one up and is able to end the curse. And at the very end, it turns out she did the wrong thing, and she's dragged to hell.
Literally
and the
dragged
movie
to hell.
ends. Yeah, like dragged through, and not only like, oh, she's going into the fire, because in the ads you can see her in the fire going like this, but her face starts to burn off, and then she's dead. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
That movie was not that good.
No, it was lacking. It's got some good points, but it's definitely like Sam Raimi, like, hey, I'm back. It was like, oh,
I love scary movie. I love horror movies that like that they set you up for the horror movie trope of like the one person saving the day at the very end, and then they go, nah, it's like everyone dies. Have a good time. Have a good
Dude.
night, everybody. See ya. Hope you enjoyed the movie.
Remember
I'm
in,
like, well, everyone's dead.
fucking
What?
Deep Blue Sea when what's it called, when Sam Jackson is having a whole speech in the middle, and there's like not even like a shock moment that happens early on to like prove to you it's a serious movie. It's like, which it's not. It's so silly.
Yeah, dude,
but like,
Deep Blue Sea.
but halfway in, halfway in, there's like a speech when things have already been happening, and he's like, oh, and after the speech, he's like, first thing we're gonna do, and then the shark comes up and just kills him and drags him right back down into the water.
That shit was beautiful.
But yeah, in the movies, it's dude, it's great. It's
sounds
silly
hilarious,
and it's
dude.
fun, and it's better. But I haven't even had a crazy experience. But even the small one was like, it just shows you how scary in real life the simple stuff could be. To be like, oh God, you can't escape from this. Like when I was my biological father's place, growing up, the door in what was my room, it would not only not fully close, but like it would always kind of like swing open. It was really annoying. I had to put a brick in front of it when I went to sleep. And then one night, everyone was playing murder. And who's to say? Maybe someone was drunk and messed with the other person.
Murder is like a hide and seek type game.
Oh no, murder.
Oh, never mind. Reed was playing kill friends.
We were playing Drink the Blood. No, showering. I'm kidding. But yes, we were playing it, and a couple people that were part of one group like, hey, are you the killer? And other people in the group like, hey, are you the killer? They were on, some people were in one room, and others were in the other room. Like, it was my room at the time. And the door closed. I don't know if someone closed it or if it closed, but that shit would not open for a while. And it couldn't even close normally. And it wouldn't open for like at least a minute,
Yeah, no.
which was troublesome.
Yeah.
Like, what? The
I
door.
don't know, bro. Listen, I don't like slamming doors that not supposed to. Cam, your door be slamming because the wind comes
That's
into your
the wind,
room. I know, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'd be forgetting that shit.
Scary.
And it'd be like 11:30, and I'm waking up like on my day off, and I'll just be like, "Good morning, world." I hear shut. Like,
Yeah, I be
Who the
thinking you be
fuck?
in your room slamming.
I was like,
Nah,
who
I
the
All of a sudden you'll
fuck
come back
was
like hours
that?
later. I'm like,
I get a good gust in my room. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it
it's,
does.
get
I,
some
like
good,
you could feel it in the
good
room every
airflow.
time
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens.
good airflow. Bro.
Good.
check out Cam's room if you get a
Nice
chance,
airflow.
everybody.
All right, who's?
breeze.
Can we do the order of who's dying in what order? If this was a horror movie right here,
Well, I'm the killer, so I'm
I
clearly.
feel like
Wow. I think I'm gonna die first.
I was gonna say no one's the killer because Cameron's obviously the killer.
Right. Sneak.
So if Cameron wasn't the killer, I kind of want to say either me or Reed is dying first.
Yeah, it's got to be like the shock. Like, what? You can't kill them
And
first.
like, what? Wait a second. Those are the guys who talk a lot and know a lot about horror movies.
I'm sorry, guys.
Can't
I
kill
can
the
convince
yappers.
both you guys pretty easily. I'm not the killer. I have to take out the biggest threat first.
I feel like, no,
Damn.
real talk, because I feel like
The trope
if
exists.
I
for a
have to
reason.
die first because I can't survive. Like, I'm gonna try and make the escape, and then as I'm trying to like, all right, yo, I'm out of here, and then as soon as I get in the car, I get killed.
Damn.
Like I don't even get to escape.
Early, like first.
Just cause like I know like the easiest way to survive the shit is yo, get the fuck out of Dodge. Like why
Alright,
why are you
Guys,
still in
89's
town?
Missing.
So who's dying first?
89's missing, guys.
Is it me or you, Reed?
What if it's both these?
I'll probably kill you.
No, you
first.
can't kill two people first.
You're
Angel
not the
first?
murderer.
Oh, I'm not.
No, you're just a civilian in this one.
Okay.
Because you're clearly the murderer. So that's too easy.
I feel like might have to be you first, only because I might be the guy to be like, it seems like I'll have a noble death, but even the noble death is awful. I'm like, hey, get off. Like, I'll save my friends. It's,
Yeah, I feel like I'd die and then Reed would die.
Wait, how did
right
you die?
after.
What was that?
It was a little bit of.
I
No,
get,
like,
I get
what
the action,
was
but
it
what
that
is
happened?
doing that to you?
Right.
Oh,
are you
Yeah,
getting your,
what horror movies is that happened to you?
okay.
I want to know what kind of killer we dealing with.
Yeah,
so-
what the fuck was that?
So what happened?
No, I remember.
Yeah, no, I understand.
what is
But
it
what's
that's
pulling
happening
your
to you?
rib cage open?
The beast.
Oh, okay.
The killer's a beast. Okay.
Beast.
The killer
Cam,
is.
you're definitely not the killer.
Okay, so Reed's definitely dying first. We're just gonna switch it again because that was something. Reed dies first, and then I die.
Yeah,
I do that to
yeah.
myself and have a heart attack.
Yeah, no, if you're dealing with a beast, just because I may be the fastest out of all y'all if we're running away from a beast.
You. I
I
feel
feel
like.
like Cam and Jenna would get killed together.
Oh.
They're like the couple. You know, you can't be.
Shit.
You guys can't be like making out and stuff in a movie. You know,
Nah.
no one
Oh, yeah.
does that.
Ain't that
Like
kind of
Cam
party,
and Jenna are
daddy.
gonna be like, man, good thing we're just hanging out by ourselves. There's some crazy shit going on outside. And you guys
Good thing we're not downstairs like them getting
yeah,
killed.
and then
We're
Cam's
upstairs.
like lighting candles and stuff. It's like, yeah, you know I love Halloween. And right when that happens,
Dude.
through the windows, I'm like, oh no, Cameron, you shouldn't have been.
Yeah,
That's
no,
actually a
it's
good
having
point.
sex.
It's gonna be the whole scene like where like he's just getting everything ready, and then like Jenna's in the bathroom, and all of a sudden, she just, and
You're like,
oh,
where's-
shoot, you're
where's
having a good time in the
Jenna?
shower.
That's
Is that-
sexy in a
Just
horror
setting all the
movie,
candles.
Dude,
Is that what you say?
You can't be a pothead. You can't have sex.
No,
You can't be black.
nope,
You can't know too much about movies.
no.
You know what I mean? Because you
They
are,
love those kills.
all you are is an exposition until it's time for you to die.
Intelligent
Yeah.
people die, bro.
Like me, the whole time I'd be like, guys, here's what we got to do for the movie.
We got
and,
split up.
and I'd give you guys some great tips until I am also dead.
I was gonna say, I feel like after he gets killed, you'd be like, oh, you can say what you said. Like, you guess why I can't have sex in the movie?
Yep. And then they get killed, and then Reed goes, because he also knows about movies, you can't be black in a movie?
And then I go, you can't be. No, I don't know. I feel like Cam and Jenna would be the smart one. We were saying the other day, not even a horror movie context, but like even like at a party, but probably now in a horror movie context. And Monty and I were like, we'd be the ones in the movie like arm over, like, hey, woo, throw into the pool, like, hey, you guys coming? Come on, we got a party.
Yeah, dude, you guys, if this was like a campsite horror movie, like you and Imani would be like, come on, guys, we're gonna go skinny dipping in the lake. And then we'd be like, nah, you guys are crazy. You guys go ahead. And then the movie cuts to you guys. What you guys are doing is like, oh man, they're so dumb. They don't
Yep.
even want to come to the lake. They don't know how to have any fun. All right, let's do it. And you guys jump off the dock.
Oh
And
no.
then it gets real serious.
Dude, there's one point where one of us comes up and is like, hey, come on, Reed.
Reed?
Yeah. And the point of view camera's going in and out of the water.
And then it cuts back to us.
Yeah.
Dude, Dave, they've really been skinny dipping for a while, huh? It's pretty chilly
Yep.
out here.
Me and Jen are going to bed.
Yeah.
Jenna has a
Man,
textbook
white people
out.
love
She's
swimming.
not even reading it. She's out on the
Yo,
desk.
89. Let's go be black somewhere.
I got some
Yeah.
marijuanas.
If it's both
Oh,
of
no.
us, then we're not gonna both die.
No, you guys are out already, and you have a place to go. Like, all right, but don't go off path. And you go off path because you find a weed plant. Like,
Oh,
whoa!
Damn, this was definitely written by a white man. Jesus Christ.
Yep, dude.
It's like
Definitely dying bad.
make the black guys like weed.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Make the black guys like weed.
So
Make-
Angel,
make
I
the
guess like the bong will get like smashed through your face,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
bong camping.
yeah.
or your face will get smashed through a bong.
Oh.
Yeah,
on
that's
some
fucked up.
impale shit.
That happened in there was definitely a horror
Damn.
movie where someone was drinking a bottle of wine and she lifted up and the killer smashes it down her gullet. It's crazy.
We have probably alienated so many listeners with this podcast.
Yeah, it's a gruesome one.
I mean, it's Halloween podcast.
That's true.
Halloween episode 10.
Subscribe
Spookcast.
if you're still here.
Oh
Yo,
yeah.
Comment if you're still here too. Actually,
Give it a like. Why don't
and
you?
follow us on Spotify, which is also a thing now too.
Oh yeah, dude. So yesterday we uploaded all the episodes, and at one point I saw it say, "Congratulations from Buzzsprout, you hit 10 downloads." In the middle of this podcast, I don't know if you guys got the notification. We have hit 25.
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
I don't know what that means. If it's from Buzzsprout or Spotify.
I was trying.
or,
I swear when I got that email last night, I was like, "Oh, Reed just probably downloaded all the episodes for posterity's sake." And then the next thought I had was like, "There's only 9 episodes." So that would mean
and I have them because I uploaded them.
yeah, but I was like, that means they uploaded. We got 10 downloads. That means there's one more than 9, boys. That must mean other people are listening to
Dude,
us.
it's cool. Thank you guys for listening. What a time.
Yeah, yo, if you're listening, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you.
Me? Sorry, Cameron.
Now I was talking to the
Yeah, I
listener.
know.
To to a listener.
Shout out to the listeners. Subscribe.
Yo, what should we call the people who watch the podcast?
Our ciphers, bro.
Ooh, the ciphers. This sounds so
Yeah, no,
awful.
terrible. Sorry.
What about the
I'm sorry.
post-partiers?
It's not bad either. I want it to be something totally random.
Should it be a reference to one of the things from earlier, like
Samantha's.
some Samantha's? What about farters?
Shout out to all my Samanthas out there, yo.
Hey,
Pachyderm pen.
thanks to all the Jodies out there.
Comment what you want to be called.
All of our
today.
Shias.
Oh,
All of our Shias.
And also, don't
Shias.
forget.
Shout out to all the Shias out there, bro.
Yeah, dude.
We
Beers.
got, we got 4 spots to go to the movies with this guy.
Cameron. Bruise. Oh, we got a new one? Oh, it's Old Beers.
All those beers.
That's the new name of the podcast and the episode. Old Beers, episode 10. Old Beers.
Dude, awful. This episode is going to be called episode 10.
Episode XXXXX.
Oh, episode XXX is a good one. Actually, no, we definitely get blacklisted on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
and
dude.
maybe Spotify.
We'll just put a clip from Dick Appointment in there. Oh, man.
How long have we been podcasting for? This
Time.
An hour
this time.
30.
an hour 30. Why don't we say bye to the people?
Oh, was
yo,
it
this
that time
89
already?
has been real. I
We know you guys are
appreciate y'all.
sad.
Damn, 89 just gets right to it.
Damn, what'd he say?
Yeah.
I don't
like-
even know what he said. What did you say? Want to try that again?
Yo, this 89, I want to say I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe.
What? You sound like you're gonna cry.
Yeah, you're so sad, bro.
He's so sad. He doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave you guys.
It's so funny too because
It's so sudden.
I'm so close to his face that like I'm looking at his eyes and it looks like he was gonna cry, but he's just so high instead.
Fucking like, I was over there being like usual goof, like, oh, thanks, like, comment, subscribe. And I saw 89, he turned, obviously, he's like, thank
Yo,
you.
Please.
like real talk, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Yo,
that
Cam,
shit.
say bye to the people.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long 7 days without you
It's gonna be
guys.
so. You know what you guys could do though,
What's
so
that?
you don't, so I don't miss you.
Tell
You could
them.
like,
Whoa.
comment, subscribe,
Whoa.
Mm.
share the episode even,
Whoa.
and be like, "Yo, these are like my bros. I like listening to these guys.
Bros.
I'm a PostPartyCyph dude fan / Shia. Like,
Bros.
just like let's go. Like listen to these bros. You know, do that, and then so like I don't miss you as
Bros.
much.
Chill.
Yeah.
Miss you guys already though.
We miss you so much.
All right,
So
let's,
much.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys.
Farewell.
Everyone chew your pens.
See you next time.
We don't have.
You're the only one with the
Yo.
pen.
Well,
Who knows how to? I don't. No one even knows how to write anymore. Let's get the fuck out of here.